Does your senior cat ever seem to look at dinner as if you've personally offended them? You put down the food they've happily eaten for years, and they sniff it, look at you, and then walk away. It's tempting to think they've simply become bored with their food. We don't really have good evidence that cats experience food boredom in the same way people do. But older cats can certainly become more selective about what they eat, and there are several very good reasons why. As cats age, their sense of smell and taste can change. And because so much of a cat's appetite begins with their nose, food that once smelled irresistible may simply become less interesting. There's another possibility that's easy to overlook. If your cat once ate a particular food while feeling nauseated or unwell, they may form what is called a learned food aversion. In other words, their brain remembers, I felt terrible after eating that, and the food can become something they would rather avoid. And then there's dental pain. A cat with a sore mouth may still be hungry. They may even walk eagerly toward their food bowl, but if chewing a particular texture hurts, they may take a few bites and walk away or stop eating altogether. So before assuming your older cat is simply being picky, it's worth asking a gentler question. What might have changed for them? Sometimes a small change in texture, temperature, aroma, or moisture is enough to make eating comfortable again. One simple thing you can try, provided your veterinarian is comfortable with it, is offering an occasional home-cooked meal as a little change of pace, not as a replacement for your cat's regular, nutritionally complete food. Think of smell as your cat's dinner bell. When that bell becomes quieter with age, you may need to bring the food a little closer, warm it slightly, or make the texture easier to enjoy. The recipes I'm sharing today are intended as occasional supplemental meals, not as a complete long-term diet. Your cat's regular, complete, and balanced food should remain the nutritional foundation of their diet. Here are summaries of our main recipes. The details are at the end of this video. Number 1, chicken and pumpkin mash. Boiled boneless chicken thigh. Dark meat is fattier and more palatable for seniors. Shredded fine, mixed with plain canned pumpkin for fiber, and a splash of the cooking broth for moisture and easy swallowing. Number 2, salmon and rice softener. Cooked salmon, bones removed, mashed with a small amount of well-cooked white rice and warm water to make a soft, gravy-like texture. Good for cats with dental issues. Number 3, turkey and egg blend. Ground cooked turkey mixed with a fully cooked scrambled egg, no butter, oil, or salt. The egg adds protein and B vitamins senior cats often need. Every one of the recipes offered later in this video adds a taurine supplement and a calcium source, like ground eggshell or a vet-approved bone meal, as part of their framework because meat alone does not fully cover your cat's specific needs. Muscle meat is like a house with great furniture but no electrical wiring. It looks complete, but it's missing what actually makes things run. And if your cat has a medical condition that requires a therapeutic diet, check with your veterinarian before adding home-cooked foods. We don't always need to completely change the menu. Sometimes we just need to make the table a little more inviting. Let's review 6 benefits of offering occasional home-cooked meals to senior cats currently eating nutritionally complete commercial food. The first benefit: a little more water in the meal. Homemade meals are typically wetter than even canned food, which helps with hydration. Hydration is a big deal, especially for senior cats with kidney disease. Always check specific ingredients in the recipe with your vet if your cat has kidney disease. Second benefit: a more inviting meal. Fresh, warm, aromatic, home-cooked food is often more appealing than cold canned food straight from the fridge. This can help maintain appetite and body weight, something that matters a lot in aging cats prone to muscle wasting. Benefit number 3: a meal that is easier to eat. You can tailor consistency precisely: softer, smaller, or pureed, for cats with dental disease, missing teeth, or jaw discomfort, which are extremely common in senior cats and can make regular kibble or chunky canned food painful to eat. Benefit number 4: you know exactly what is in the bowl. Home-cooked meals let you control exactly what goes in, which can help if your cat has a sensitive stomach or suspected food intolerance. If your cat has kidney disease, diabetes, or a known allergy, home-cooked meals let you precisely control protein source, phosphorus, sodium levels in a way that's much harder to do by reading commercial labels alone. Always do this in coordination with your vet's specific recommendations. Benefit number 5: novel protein options. Home-cooked meals make it much easier to introduce proteins your cat hasn't had before. A true elimination diet, however, should be guided by a veterinarian, particularly when diagnosing food allergies. Benefit number 6: cost savings on volume, not necessarily convenience. Buying meat, fish, and pantry staples in bulk is often cheaper per meal than premium wet food, especially if you're already cooking for yourself and batch prepping. Alongside the saving on volume cost, there is the cost to you in time and effort spent prepping, cooking, and portioning compared to simply opening a can. This is why I think home-cooked meals work best as rotation or supplement rather than something you commit to for every single meal indefinitely. Your cat's regular food is the daily bread. Home-cooked meals are more like a guest chef dropping in for a night. The guest doesn't move in and take over the kitchen. A few practical notes for the recipes. Taurine and calcium matter. I've included a taurine supplement and ground eggshell or a vet-approved calcium source in every recipe. Don't skip these long term, since meat alone is taurine deficient and calcium poor. No onion, garlic, chives, or added salt ever in any cat recipe. Cook everything fully. No raw meat or fish for seniors, since their immune systems handle foodborne bacteria less well. Cool before serving, and refrigerate for up to 3 days or freeze in single portion containers for up to 3 months. Rotate these meals. Don't lock in on one. Cycling through several of these gives your cat a broader nutrient spread than any single recipe alone. Think of it like crop rotation for your cat's bowl. No single recipe has to do everything because the mix does the work over time. And taurine sourcing matters. Look for a cat-specific taurine supplement, widely available online or at pet stores, rather than a human product, and follow the dosing on the label rather than my per batch estimates if it differs. Sometimes caring for an older cat means making very small adjustments. A little more moisture, a softer texture, a warmer meal, a new smell, or simply sitting beside them for a few extra minutes while they eat. None of these things has to replace the food your cat normally eats. Sometimes they're simply little ways of making an ordinary meal feel a bit easier and a little more inviting. And that's one of the things I love about caring for older cats. We don't always have to make big changes. Sometimes slow care means noticing what has become difficult and quietly finding a gentler way to do it. I hope one of these recipes gives your senior cat something new to enjoy. And if you try one, I'd love to hear how your cat reacted. Until next time, take good care of yourself and your old friend.